Right. The shortest remaining time. So you got to have a timeline. You've got to have it because you cannot keep track of what's going on in the processing part of things without a timeline. You got to have a timeline. So job A is, as you can tell, yeah, there's a job A here, and then there's 0 got from, so I got 0 from the arrival time 0. So everything begins here, right? So in other words, A here, the A process is going to be processed from here all the way to 2 milliseconds. 2 milliseconds. Why? Because B entered at 2 milliseconds in the timeline. So what do we have? So in other words, A has been preempted. So in other words, what you should do is you must add 11 here, minus from 0 to 2, 0 plus 2, you get 2 minus 2. So in other words, 11 minus 2, and you get 9. So in other words, in the context, because since job A has been preempted, you must add 9 here at the bottom, and add B here, B and 9 again. As you can tell, B has 9, present time 9. So in other words, the present time job A is 9 now because it's been processed already. B is not been processed yet. It's only been entered at the fray. So B has been entered in the timeline. So between the two, which of the two has the shortest remaining time? As the word suggests, yeah, shortest remaining time. So between those two jobs, which is the shortest? Since they are the same, you must select the first one above. So since A is above of B, you must continue with A, right? So A still continues with the processing. So it processes until, again, look at the table. So job C into the fray into at 3 arrival time. So you add 3 here, then add C again. Again, A has been preempted by C. Why? Because C has entered the timeline at the 3rd millisecond. So what you do is still look at the table. So since A is still at 9 and B still at 9 again, and C now, because we added C now, so C is processing time is 3, must add 3 here as well. So between these 3 now at the moment, so this A9, B9 and C3, which of the 3 has the shortest remaining time? As you guess, C is the shortest, so C is going to be processed. Yeah, so basically C will get the go ahead to put into the processing part of the queue. So C is processing up until 5. So put 5 here because D entered at 5. Do job B. So again, update your table, your current table 9. So in other words, before I complete this table here, I must say here, commit an error here again. So suppose say here 9, put the line here. Suppose say here 9 minus 1, because it took from 2 to 3, so it's 1. So basically, between from 2 to 3, you use only 1 millisecond. So 9 minus 1 equals 8. So at the moment, it's supposed to be 8 here. It's supposed to be 8 or 9. Okay, supposed to be 8 now. Okay, yeah, back to where I was here. So we have B here, which is 9. Again, you're supposed to be 8 here as well. So A8, B9, C3, and then the processing time is 7. Oh, right. So between the 4 jobs here in the queue, which one has the shortest remaining time? Oh, again, there's an error here I made. out of everything. So again, we must say here from 3, right? I've got 3 here, so 3 minus 2, because from 3 to get to from 3 to 5 there's 2 jumps. There must be 1 here, so in other words, your C table, your remaining time here is supposed to be 1, not 3. So C1, so obviously C is the shortest remaining time here, so C has to continue. So C is going to continue from all the way to the 6th level. Why? Because only at 1. So 1 minus 1 equals 0. So since you've completed job C, C must be given 6 milliseconds finishing time. Right. Oh, since now we are at the end of that, so in other words, there's no more job that's be entered from the top here, from this table here. So in other words, everything must be followed here. So basically you have to pay attention over these lines here, over this calculation table here. What do we have here now? So now to update this thing again. From A, I got 8, B, I got 9, then D, 7. Remember, C is completed now, so there's no need to have C, job C here. So between those 3, which is the shortest, is D. Then you add D here. So D is going to be processed from 6 plus 7, and you get 13. Am I correct? Yeah, 13. Oops, 13. So now since 7 minus 7 is 0, so D has been completed. So D is going to get 13 finishing time. So at the moment, what do we have left here? It's 8, A8, and B 9. So between the two, what do we have here? Oh, so between the 2 jobs, which is the shortest? Which is A. So A is going to get the CPU. They're going to process this thing up until 21 milliseconds, because 8 plus 13 is 21. So again, you say 8 minus 8 equals 0. Then job A has a finishing time of 21. So B is the last job in the queue. So 9 plus 21, you get 30. So B was processed here. So again, 9 equals 0. So 30. So the finishing time is 30. So in order to find out if my let me check, have a look here, see if everything's been recorded. Yeah, everything's been recorded. So in order to find out if my calculation has been correct here, I need to add the entire processing. So I must add the entire. I must get the sum number of the processing time table column. So 11 plus 9 is 20. Plus 3, 23. Plus 7, 30. So 30 here. So if I have 30 here and I have 13 finishing time here, it means that my table, my finishing time is correct. There's only way to validate if my calculation has been correct. So then you have to calculate your turnaround time. To get your turnaround time, you must say finishing time minus the arrival time, which is 0. So 21 minus 0 is 21. 30 minus 2 is 28. It's 28. 6 minus 3, you get 3. 30 minus 5 is 10, then you get 8. So waiting time, turnaround time minus your processing time. So 21 minus 11 is 2010. So waiting time is 10. 28 minus 9, 28, 20, 19. 3 minus 3, Turnaround time minus processing time 0. And then 8 minus 7 is 1. Waiting time. Then you must add all of that